Since the first one did so well, I figured, you know what? The vlog series, maybe it's something that will actually be a series. So this is what we call the background noise vlog. It's a series I made designed to be listened to in the background while you do something else. Maybe you're doing dishes, maybe you're playing Genshin Impact, whatever you're doing. It's not going to be edited for visual flair, it's just me. You can watch it like this if you want, or you can listen to it in the background, hence the name. This time I have a question that I have been asked thousands of times, it feels like. Maybe not quite to thousands, definitely in the hundreds, but ever since I stopped reviewing the Attack on Titan manga, I've constantly had people, when it first happened, the first 3 months, I think I had dozens of people a day ask me, to the point where I had to literally block Attack on Titan as a phrase on my channel for a while, because it wasn't necessarily because the people bothered me, it was more of the situation that bothered me of why I had to stop it, and it just kept reminding me of the painful reason why I had to stop, so yeah. It's no longer blocked, but for a while there it was. The Attack on Titan manga is my favorite story of all time. It's the thing I'm most passionate about, and I reviewed about 30 or so, maybe a bit more chapters. Attack on Titan is a monthly series, so it kind of says how long I was reviewing it for. It was a few years, almost consecutively. I didn't miss a month, and truth be told, up until probably a year or so ago, it was one of the most popular, consistently viewed series that I would get, especially considering that I was almost always the first or in the first 5 people to do a review or live reaction for that series. So when the reviews disappeared, I understand why I got so many people, because it wasn't even just like I stopped reviewing it, the videos are no longer on the channel. The too long, didn't watch, is copyright was a bitch. The long version is the vlog. Manga is an interesting beast to me, and I've dealt with more copyright issues than most big YouTubers probably ever will. I constantly see channels in the hundreds of thousands unsure of what to do with copyright issues that I had to deal with in the first 3 months of my channel. So it's not like I don't understand copyright, I understand how to navigate copyright claims and disputes. The issue is, the people behind striking Attack on Titan manga content hate me beyond reason, to the point that I will never understand. This was an issue that almost every month for about 6 months or so before I stopped making the videos, I would upload my video, and I thought originally the big factor of why it kept getting striked was because I was one of the first people. They probably assumed I was a re-upload. And I was like, okay, what if I readjust my content? What if I post the review after release date, the official release? Maybe that will help. Would still get hit. I tried everything. I just started coloring in the thumbnails to make it look like not manga panels. I tried not using manga panels. Everything I did, it just wouldn't work, to the point that I would always get a copyright strike. I would dispute it, 2 weeks later I would get it, and it just continued to kill viewership. That wasn't the issue of why I stopped making the reviews. What ended up happening was when someone submits a claim against you, a company, what they can do is they can make a video an individual strike, or they can group together multiple videos under one strike. What ended up happening was I woke up one morning and about 12 videos of Attack on Titan were claimed. What looked good though was all of these videos were claimed under one copyright strike. It was like 11 videos were under one strike. Not the end of the world, it sucked because I had to manually do it, but then there was the second strike. For whatever reason, one single Attack on Titan video was counted as a second strike where this other 11 was one. And I disputed it and I won it. I got both of those strikes removed. But that was the straw that broke the camel's back. After dealing with 20 or so Attack on Titan manga copyright strikes, there was no point. That day when I saw that email, it scared me. I knew I'd be able to get my channel back even if it was terminated, because I know I was legally in the right to counter and I've won every Attack on Titan manga dispute. But it was frightening, to be honest, knowing that if any other video on my channel got striked, I would be terminated and I'd have to try to deal with it. And even once your channel is unterminated, you're kind of like blacklisted from the YouTube search engine for a decent amount of time. So I had to stop, and I got so many people. Every time people would ask me, I would answer them. I'd say there's manga issues with the copyright claims, and they try to give me like ways to avoid it. And it's annoying to a sense, like I understand the people like really wanting to help me avoid it, but I tried everything. I was getting strikes on videos that had no panels, that had license-free images. It was the name alone. There was nothing in the videos that was getting me copyright striked. It was just the name. This company, I forget which one it was, it just continued to hit me and there was no use continuing doing it. That's why I had to stop. And I know people will get mad for me. being like, oh my god, you had to stop reviewing it, your reviews are so great. And it was one of my favorite review series to do, even though it was one of the most stressful because I actively tried to do the first upload. And at the time I was working my other job, which I'm no longer working at because YouTube's been good enough for me. But at the time, I was running on no sleep making these reviews. And the first month I couldn't do a review for the series. It was definitely depressing, but shortly after I kind of was relieved not having to do them anymore. It being my favorite series and just being able to soak it in, not feeling rushed to make a review, it definitely recharged me quite a bit. And yeah, I mean, people keep asking me like, oh, what are your thoughts on it? I love it. The endgame of Attack on Titan is the best thing I've ever seen. With only 2 to 4 chapters left in this story, with the final season approaching this December, it still remains to be my favorite thing ever. And while I do want to make a video of some sorts when it does wrap up, probably with literally 0 panels in it because screw these companies, it's just manga just is something that I can't navigate around. I can navigate and skate around every anime issue, but manga is just a different beast. So that's what happened. Too Long Didn't Watch was copyright was a bitch. The longer version was copyright was a bitch. And I tried to literally everything. I was doing things that channels that were getting hundreds of thousand views on literal re-uploads, if not live reactions with full panels were doing, and I couldn't navigate around it. They just hated me. I think I was on a watch list, some FBI watch list. Just don't let this person critically analyze Attack on Titan, he's too good or something. And I just had to stop. That's simply what happened. But I did want to throw it out there in some form of video, especially considering I know I'm going to get an influx of these comments when the anime starts back up, so I can have a video I can pin on those episode reviews and say, what happened to the manga? Copyright was a bitch. And I felt bad because so many people, it felt like people were disappointed in me and like I wasn't trying hard enough. When you wake up and have a third of your manga is copyright striked and you're 1 strike away from losing your channel, there's no use risking your channel anymore. And I definitely feel like I lost a decent amount of subscribers during that transition. But I feel like the ones who stuck by me and understood my reasonings, who did ask and, accepted my answer, were the real ones, and I appreciate them more than the people who just simply watched me and didn't care about me personally, because that was a mental health issue in itself at that time, because having your favorite series be unreviewable for you, it definitely stabs you in the back. But I'm over it now, doesn't bother me. I don't need advice on how to review the Attack on Titan manga. I enjoyed it in my own time. I buy every volume. I foam at the mouth at Isayama's brilliant world building and character structure, and there will be some video, just not a highly edited one, when the manga finishes, just of my own, kind of similar to what we're having here, just some thoughts about what I thought about the endgame and everything like that. But wanted to throw that out there, a little vlog, a little something to interest you if you had any interest. Maybe you didn't, maybe you just wanted to hear me ramble, but yeah. So that's all I had to say on this vlog. Definitely think every week, every other week, I might throw a video like this up, something that I'm thinking of. Maybe it'll be anime, maybe it'll be manga, maybe it'll be something with new gaming consoles, new PlayStation, Xbox have come out. Got some thoughts on those I'll probably share in the coming days, if not weeks, but yeah. So let me know if you have any thoughts on what I discussed. If you have any further questions about the copyright issues, I will answer them to the best of my ability. So leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you happen to be new around here. Till next time, take care, have a good one.